continuously decline. So do we see a decline going forward in realization per ton?
Of course, the decline or increase in prices of steel prices, this is a very macro subject. It is a very global subject. So what we are seeing is that globally there are two trends emerging. One is that steel prices, they have softened globally. But in India, what we see on the contrary is that in the last 2 months, in spite of the global prices softening, the prices of steel have in fact gone up. So these are factors actually where the global prices as well as the local demand. So whichever will prevail, accordingly the prices will react. So to make a long-term projection of the prices and the demand of steel, this is a very difficult job to do actually.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. That is very helpful.
Tata Steel and SAIL and JSW, they can comment better on this, I think. They are the larger commodity players.
Sure, sir. That is very helpful. That's all from my side. Thanks.
Thank you. Participants who wish to ask a question, please press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. Next question is from Ankur Kumar from Alpha Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for taking my question. Sir, I wanted to inquire on this other income only. So you are saying that this is like provision reversal. So can you comment how much was it for the provisional reversal?
Hello?
Hello?
As far as the provision, the other income provision which was reversed, it was around 110 to 150 was reversed on account of.
Okay. So, sir, in terms of then, if I remove this other income, then there is a margin reduction from 14 to 13%. Is that right, sir? And can you comment on that?
Just 1 minute. The actual reversal was around 180 crores. Hello?
Okay, sir. So in that case, sir, was there a margin reduction compared to the last quarter of Q3?
Margin reduction was not there. It was in the same region, 13%, 14%.
Got it, sir. And sir, on the tax rate, what should be our assumption for FY25 tax rate?
Tax rate, we have carry forward losses. So probably we'll, for the next financial year, we have close to 1,000 crores of carry forward losses which will be used.
So this year, I think our tax rate was close to 9% or so, the one which came in income statement. So that should continue 9-10% only?
That was deferred taxation which was reversed, which we had in our balance sheet. It is a non-cash item.
Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask questions, please press star and 1. The next question is from Majid Ahmed from Smart Sync Investment Advisory Services. Please go ahead.
Audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good set of numbers, sir. So for my first question is, what is your current order book? And how much of the order book is from the government side? And I guess, can you give the split up?
See, the order book currently for ductile iron pipes, it is in the region of around 10 to 12 months of the current capacity. And out of this, around 35% would be government orders.
So the next is you're also looking to diversify into export market.
You're audible, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes, sir, I'm audible now. Now I'm audible, sir? Not here right now.
Yeah, now you're audible.
Yes, sir. So my next question is, what's your plan, especially going to the export market? Because you're also looking at Africa, and what's the current update on that?
See, the plan for the export market, we have a long-term plan. But currently what is happening is that the demand locally it is very, very robust. And the government is very keen that the infrastructure projects they are completed on time. And since there is a scarcity, So our first responsibility, it is towards supplying the pipes in India. We have a very small export market also, which we are, which with the expansions coming on stream by next year, from there we will be moving deeper to the export markets. But immediately in the near future, we are not looking at expanding very aggressively in the export market.
Okay, sir. So my last question, sir, is that so you are also saying that you plan to reduce your power cost, maybe by through green energy and something. So can you expand on that? Are you plan to install something or any capex is made on that side to reduce it? How are you going to go about that?
Not audible, Mr. But can you please okay, raise your voice.
Yes, sir. Now I'm audible, sir. Sir, yes, sir. So my question is, so you also said you're also going to reduce power cost and making it more cost optimized. So is there any capex made on that front, maybe installing some other maybe renewable energy on that side, like as you're saying about the green energy? Is there any plans on that front?
Mr. Ahmed, we cannot hear you properly.
Mr. Ahmed, if you're on a hands-free, request you to use the handset.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Now, yes, sir. So my question is there any plans to reduce the cost on green energy you had said earlier? Any capex on that front to reduce your energy costs?
So with regard to green power, we are putting up another VFG boiler for which 50% of work has already been completed. And we shall be completing the same in the next 6 months. And this year we will be able to produce more green power out of that.
And what is financial projection of that? Financial implication, like how much cost it can reduce, what's the projection?
So the BFG boiler cost was estimated at around 30 crores only, and out of which around 13.3 crores was spent up in March 2024, and the balance will be spent in next 6 months.
Okay, sir. Well, thank you, sir. All the best.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, please press star and 1. Next question is from the line of Guneet Singh from Counter Cyclical PMS. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. You mentioned that we have moved from a commodity business to more specialized business, and that is what the future outlook also is. So, I mean, our margin used to be about 1 to 5% around 4-5 years back, which we are seeing now to be around 14%. So I just would like to understand what kind of steady state margins should the company expect going forward. And I also want to understand, I mean, how would our margins react to changes in steel prices? So for example, in future, if in FY26 steel prices fall by 50%, so I mean, how should that affect our margins like directionally? I mean, that's what I would like to understand.
We didn't understand your question properly. Can you please repeat this question once again?
So basically, I want to understand the steady state operating margins the company expects in future. In past, we saw that we had about 1 to 5% operating margins about 3 to 5 years back, which are now at about 14%. And you mentioned that the company has moved from more of a commodity business to more specialized products. So, I mean, I would like to understand what kind of margins can be maintained and how would our margins move in future with changes in steel prices. So, for example, say in future if steel prices fall by 50%, I mean, what kind of minimum operating margins can the company still expect to operate in?
Yeah, we'll explain. See, with the guidance given by us, so we've been repeating this continuously, is that we're looking at expanding our margins to 18 to 20% by the time the entire capex plan is completed over the next 15 to 18 months. So this is the guidance for the future. As long as, so this is the first part of your question. Coming to the second part of your question where you're asking what will happen to the margins if the steel prices are to come down. See, even if the prices are to come down, the margins will not come down. In fact, the margins will in fact go up with the prices of the steel is to come down. Because we are making the products where we are selling at, I will say, where the prices are linked very much to the prices of the demand and supply, not so much as to the prices of steel.
All right, sir. So, what kind of minimum steady-state margins can we expect even in an adverse scenario going forward, according to the management?
That is what we will settle so far. Is that on the guidance or conservative basis, it is going to be 18 to 20%.
All right. This is not just for next year, but this is for coming, say, 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, obviously.
All right, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants who wish to ask questions, please press star and 1. Next question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor Company. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Namaskar, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. Firstly, Sharma ji, if you could just explain the impact of the reversal in terms of the other income and also its impact on the other expenses, just to keep it in a comparative number to Q3, what should be the likely number?
Comparative number to
Q3 मैंने Q on Q में अगर हम numbers को compare करें, अगर हम इसको net off कर दें आपके exception income and expenses को, then what should be the net impact?
Net impact जो non-cash impact है 137 crores जहाँ तक I don't have the figure in front of me, लेकिन it was close to 137 crores.
Okay. Sir, when I am referring to page number 18 of the investor presentation, we are looking at our EBITDA down 2% even on a higher revenue Q on Q. So what explains this? Referring to page number 18.
The sale prices of certain products have come down in Q3, Q4. तो उसके कारण थोड़ा सा margin कम हुआ.
Okay. And sir, Aditya ji, now with the expansion kicking in for the DI pipe, what should be the quarterly run rate for the DI pipe for this financial year FY24-25?
This year, in FY24-25, we'll be achieving a production volume of close to 4 lakh tons. And we will be seeing incremental gains quarter to quarter.
ओके सर, जैसे अभी हम 66-67,000 का 69,000 का हम प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं, 66-67 का सेल्स कर रहे हैं, तो व्हाट शुड बी द लाइकली नंबर इन टर्म्स ऑफ इट शुड बी प्रोपोर्शनेट और इन द सेकंड हाफ देयर विल बी अ बम्प अप इन द वॉल्यूम. दैट इज व्हाट माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग, दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड.
Q on Q rise every quarter starting from quarter 2.
Come again, sir?
You will see a rise in production every quarter starting from quarter 2.
Quarter 2. So quarter 1 is on similar line in terms of the capacity benefit will kick in from quarter 2. That is what your understanding is.
One, we expect the increase by up to 4 to 5% compared to Q4 of last year. So our first plan has already been commissioned in the month of February. So we will see some gains in quarter 4. Q1 also will see more gains, and our next phase will get commissioned in Q2. So every quarter you will be seeing incremental gains.
Okay. Sharma ji, what should we read into this high trade payable of 858 crore and also this other current liability of 264 crore? Why are these so high numbers when we look at our receivable part? Why are the numbers so unevenly balanced? Correct me there, sir.
I would like to clarify that the trade payable number will also be coming down since the company does not have any bank credit facilities. The company is growing with the support of its creditors as well as the support of its buyers. So these numbers will be high right now, but on Q basis, it will be coming down in the next quarter itself.
Okay, and on the other current liabilities part, that has gone down from 400 to 265 crore. So what are the key constituents?
As conveyed by Mr. Sharma, that there has been certain provisions which have been made in the earlier year. It got reversed in this quarter. So we are expecting that the other current liabilities figures will be more or less in line with this quarter in the coming quarters.
Right. Aditya ji, you have been alluding to the fact about the ferro alloy segment contributing to around 50% margin रहेगी इसमें. सर इसके एंड यूजर्स कौन है? हु आर आवर मेन बायर्स एंड क्लाइंट कंसंट्रेशन कैसा है इस प्रोडक्ट में?
You need to repeat that question. Actually, it was not audible.
I repeat it, sir. As Mr. Aditya has mentioned that for ferroalloys we are enjoying a margin of 50%. Correct me there. Who are our end users and and is there any client concentration or any concentration in the geographies where we are catering to?
One second, please. Margin was not 50%. We are said
correct. Yes, please.
50 नहीं बोला जी.
अच्छा सर, आप मुझे करेक्ट कर दीजिए सर, क्या मार्जिन रहेगा?
आज मार्जिन रहेगी करीब 22 से 25% के बीच में.
ओके. एंड सर हु आर द एंड बाय, जैसे आपने कहा कि स्पेशलाइज्ड फेरो अलॉय हम बना रहे हैं जिसका हम हायर प्रीमियम चार्ज करते हैं. सो हु आर द बायर्स एंड इसमें सर अगर हम पीयर कंपैरिजन खोजें ग्लोबली, हु आर बी कंपीटिंग विथ?
देखिए क्वेश्चन के दो पार्ट्स हैं. बायर जो है, बायर जिसमें बड़े वेरिड है दुनिया में, कुछ बड़े बायर्स भी हैं. जैसे इंडिया के अंदर में बात करेंगे तो JSW स्टील है, ArcelorMittal है, ये लोग बड़े बायर्स हैं. वर्ल्ड में जाएंगे तो आज वर्ल्ड में जापान में जो ऑटोमोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरर्स है, जो एरोस्पेस इंडस्ट्री की जो फाउंड्रीज है वो है. सेम फॉर यूरोप एंड अमेरिका. सो द लार्ज स्टील प्लेयर्स आर आल्सो देयर एंड अदर देन दैट दे आर वेरी स्मॉल फाउंड्रीज, निश वेरी people who have very niche applications and where the steel is made for the application in the aerospace industry, in the defense, oil drilling, etc. तो इस तरह के यूजर्स भी हैं. तो बायर जो है क्या कि बायर की स्प्रेड इट इज वेरी 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 ग्लोबल इन दी डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज ओनली, और इंडिया में इसकी डिमांड धीरे धीरे बढ़ रही है. तो बायर बोलेंगे तो यानी बड़े स्टील प्रोड्यूसर भी सारे के सारे हैं दुनिया के. आप ArcelorMittal का नाम बोलो, चाहे आप
समझिए. So it is all for the value added products only. This ferroalloy is going through the value added steel. So that will fetch
highly value added steel में जाती है.
Okay, sir. When we look at our Chhattisgarh unit, how is this getting integrated with our Bengal units, and how will this serve the purpose of integration as you were explaining to us?
See, the Chhattisgarh unit, it is in a different, it is in a entirely different ज्योग्राफिकल रीजन. बंगाल से बहुत दूर है. उससे बंगाल का कोई यानी कि कोई लिंक भी नहीं है, और उनका वर्टिकल भी अलग है. देखिए वैल्यूएडेड प्रोडक्ट तो पाइप और फेरोअलॉय सारा बंगाल में बन रहा है. इसके अलावा क्या कि कंपनी के अदर प्रोडक्ट्स भी हैं जिसमें कि स्पॉन्ज आयरन भी है, बिलेट भी है. तो क्या छत्तीसगढ़ के बिलेट बनाती है स्पॉन्ज से.
तो सर ये जो स्पॉन्ज आयरन, बिलेट, ये सब की जो स्पेस है ये पूरा कमोडिटी है, और ये मार्जिन डाइल्यूटिव बोला जा सकता है सर इन कंपैरिजन टू द DI पाइप एंड फेरोअलॉय प्रोडक्ट जिस पर हम पूरा ट्रस्ट दे रहे हैं.
एकदम.
तो सर गोइंग अहेड सर ये जो सेगमेंट्स हैं हमारे, पिग आयरन हुआ, जो पिग आयरन तो सर आपका फिर भी इंटीग्रेशन में जा रहा है, बट अदर देन दैट जो हम एक्सटर्नल सेल्स कर रहे हैं उसकी सर हमारी रूपरेखा आगे क्या रहने वाली? वी विल कंटिन्यू टू सेल इन दिस ज्योग्राफी, और क्या थॉट प्रोसेस है उसके लिए सर?
मैं आपको क्लियर बता रहा हूँ. तो हेलो, हम लोग जो बोल रहे हैं आने वाले 1.5 साल बाद में 80-85% ऑफ द कंपनी सेल्स विल बी वैल्यूएडेड प्रोडक्ट्स. ओके ओके. शर्मा जी बोले, इंग्लिश में बोले, ठीक है. ओके ओके आई अंडरस्टैंड. ओके. सो
यस सर प्लीज.
हेलो.
यस सर प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
Is that going forward, the percentage of value-added products in the total product basket will be around 80-85%. So the 15%, 20% of the non-value-added products will be products like sponge iron, etc., which we are selling from Chhattisgarh also. So we are not closing down those modules, na? Though they are, I will say, EBITDA dilutive in terms of the very highly valued products, but they are not EBITDA negative. They are still EBITDA positive and usually positive. So we will not be diluting those divisions.
Right. Right. And lastly, Sharma ji, on the capital work in progress, this entire 116 will be capitalized by the Q2 with the DI pipes expansion getting commissioned?
It will take three quarters. Something will be capitalized in first quarter, second quarter, and probably next year, first quarter, our entire expansion will be completed. It's the current year close to 250-300 CapEx will be completed.
The last line I missed completely.
Around 300 crores of CapEx will be done in the current financial year.
Okay. So, okay. That will be the closing capital work in progress for FY25. Hello?
Yes.
Right. And last point on the deferred tax. Yeah, I joined the queue, sir. No issues.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to participants that you may press star and one to ask questions. Next question is from Shweta Dikshit from Systematics Group. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. My question is answered. No more questions from my side.
Thank you. Participants who wish to ask questions may press star and one. The next question is from Saket Kapoor from Kapoor Company.
Yes, sir. I was just referring to the deferred tax asset and you mentioning about we are having a carry forward the loss of to the tune of 1,000 crore. So there will be no tax incidence, cash outflow till the balance get cleared, or we will be paying MAT on the profits that we will be making for during this period.
We are into new regime. MAT is not applicable over there. As far as carry forward losses is concerned, close to 1,000 crores of carry forward losses remain in the company, which will be utilized in the current financial year probably. And as far as deferred tax asset is concerned, around, if I remember it correctly, 250 crores of deferred. So it will get reversed. In the balance sheet, it is around 200 crores is still left, which will be reversed and showed in the PL, charged in the PL this year.
Right. Aditya, you mentioned about a strong growth in the VIP segment, and we are expecting 13 to 15% growth for the coming 2-3 years. So currently, if you could give us some understanding, how is the bid pipeline looking? What is the current installed capacity for the country? And including you and other players, what are the new capacities that will hit the market for FY25 and 26? Any ballpark number you would like to share?
See, the current capacity, operating capacity, is around 35 lakh tons, approximately. So different manufacturers are adding different capacities in different timelines. So we are expecting over the next 2 years, this capacity to grow to approximately around 4.5 lakh tons at around 45 lakh tons.
So from 35 lakh tons to 45 lakh tons will be the expanded capacity in 2 years.
Yes, you have to understand one thing. Adding the pipe capacity, it is not very easy, because the pipe capacity for a integrated player, pipe capacity, it is only the finishing line. But uske piche mein you need blast furnace, you need the sinter, you need the coke oven. It is a fully integrated steel facility where pipe is one of the products. So adding adding the capacity, it is not an overnight job.
Right, sir. And if you could give some more color on the bid pipeline, what is the demand outlook in terms of the government bid pipeline with pertaining to the Amrut scheme, the Jal Nal scheme and all? Usme kaisa, what is the traction you are seeing and the bid pipeline look like? So how does this capacity should get absorbed easily or not? That is only my question.
This capacity will be very easily absorbed because there is huge work pending and they're still pending. So actually water is a very, very important resource for any nation. So in India, what we are right now talking about in the Jal Jeevan Mission and the Amrut scheme, it is only the first leg of the implementation where the water can be provided to each and every household. Still those schemes to be fully implemented, it is around 2 to 3 years away. After that, there is also incremental demand coming from irrigation. There's incremental demand coming from housing colonies, incremental demand coming from industries. So the demand will be there. So the demand projection is very, very positive.
Okay. That will also involve the reverse linking projects also. That is also in the pipeline as we are referring to.
So just the DPRs have still not been revealed. That is why I did not. इसका नाम हम लोग नहीं बोले जान करके.
Okay, but that is also a big demand driver going ahead.
Absolutely, big demand there.
Right. So bid pipeline पे sir कुछ कहेंगे sir? What should be the bid pipeline?
What should be the?
Big pipeline. If on a nameplate capacity of 3.5 million, what should be the bid pipeline for this year and the coming years should likely be?
Bid pipeline is very large. The bid pipeline will be at least 50 to 60% more than the demand because the tenders take time to get finalized also. Already इस साल की बात करेंगे तो इस साल already जितनी है capacity इंडिया में already for this particular year, the big pipeline it is more small capacity. But the tenders don't get finalized overnight also now.
Right. And if the time permits, my last concluding remark on the export part. With 6 lakh tons of our capacity coming up, we will look to export DI pipes also going ahead, or we will be totally concentrating to the domestic market?
Our focus for the next 2 years, it is going to be highly focusing on the domestic industry, because the demand in India is very large, and we also have a social responsibility to first cater to our own country's demand, number one. Number two, in the export market, we have a very small market share, and in the export market, we will be venturing out maybe after 18 to 24 months once our entire capacity program is complete.
Right. And on the raw material mix of coking coal and iron ore, I missed the price trend for the same. How has the price behaved Q on Q basis for the coking coal and the iron ore, key raw material? Yeah.
You are not clear, please.
Sir, I was looking for the raw material basket prices of coking coal and iron ore. How have they fared for the fourth quarter?
See, for the fourth quarter, the raw material prices they always vary with the global trends. So iron ore prices, they had softened. Again, they have gone up very recently. Coking coal prices, they also corrected in Q4. But now again, the trend is slightly up. So iron ore, coking coal, thermal coal, these are raw materials which will keep on fluctuating Q and Q. Fourth quarter, we got a little advantage. Currently, they are a little up. So these things will come. So, ये जो चीजें हैं, is the price of the raw material. These prices cannot be predicted, but then these will be ups and downs in the market always.
लेकिन कोई खास वेरिएशन नहीं है. That is what we can conclude.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Aditya ji and Sharma ji, for elaborating and answering to our questions, and all the best to the team. Dhanyawad and namaskar, sir.
Thank you very much. That was the last question. I would now like to hand the conference back to the management team for closing comments.
Thank you everyone for joining the call today. We trust that we have addressed all your queries to your satisfaction. If you have any other remaining unanswered questions, please do not hesitate to contact our investor relationship agencies, Go India Advisors. They will be more than happy to assist you further. Thank you so much once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Go India Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. You may now disconnect your lines.